Please subscribe.
The speed limit just clicked from 120 km/h to unlimited, but the gay and the 10-year-old black Mercedes-Benz C-Class diesel won't get the hell out of my way. We're heading westbound on the A8 Autobahn, about 50 miles southeast of Munich. Spring is late, and the freezing rain hasn't let up for days. I'm driving a 2018 BMW M550i xDrive, and it wants to eat. BMW says it's the quickest 5 Series sedan of all time, even accelerating the F10-generation M5, which just ceased production. I flick the high beams again. The guy knows he should move over. He knows I have 3 times his horsepower, but he won't budge. In Germany you expect lane discipline. This guy must be from Ohio. In frustration I pull up tight to his tattered rear bumper. Finally, he begins to change lanes but first gives me a spray from his windshield washers in a final act of defiance. Maybe he's from New Jersey. It is a lie. The BMW Sport Plus mode tightens the suspension, adds weight to its steering, and injects a serious dose of amphetamine into its powertrain. I engage it now and the throttle becomes hypersensitive, while the ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, which has been tuned more aggressively for this application, holds gears longer and shifts harder. Now the car feels alive. With far more force than is required, I introduce the M550i's throttle pedal to its carpet. The automatic quickly drops to 4th gear and the twin-turbo 4.4-liter unleashes serious thrust along with the proper V8 soundtrack. To deliver more raucous noises in Sport Plus, as well as in Sport and DSC off modes, the M Sport exhaust system that's specific to this model includes a butterfly valve, and opening the pipes sounds good, throaty with a nice burble. But it's not obnoxious and thankfully lacks the trendy manufactured pops and bangs on the overruns. We're looking at you, Jaguar and Mercedes. BMW isn't holding to some purist line, though. It still pumps V8 roar into the cabin to the audio system. The acceleration keeps me pinned to the leather seat back throughout the rev range, and at 6,500 revolutions per minute at an indicated 165 km/h, 103 miles per hour, on the digital speedometer the 8-speed delivers a firm upshift to 5th. The throttle is still wide open. Traffic is cooperating and the rain has lessened. We crest 200 km/h, 124 miles per hour, and rush past a string of large trucks, a brand new silver AMG S-Class that gives way, and some poor sucker in a yellow Renault Twingo. For a second, I fear the M550i's aerodynamic weight might send the little Twingo spinning like a side draft victim at Daytona. At an indicated 228 km/h, the transmission snatches 6th gear with authority. That's more than 140 miles per hour. The car, as you would expect from a German sports sedan tweaked by engineers and driven on a perfectly smooth stretch of Autobahn, is rock steady even on the 18-inch Michelin winter tires fitted for the weather and the law. The M550i is governed to 155 miles per hour, but Peter Quintus, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for BMW M, asked that we keep it under 240 km/h because of the tires. Just shy of its top speed, I back off at 244 km/h, 152 miles per hour. Sans a governor and on its optional 20-inch Michelin Pilot Super Sport high-performance summer tires, 19-inch run flats are standard. The M550i xDrive might flirt with 180 miles per hour. Not the Max M performance models slide between the M Sport packages available on models such as the 340i and 540i and all-out M cars like the M3 and M5. This portfolio of vehicles began in 2012 and now includes 7 models in the US market, from the M240i Coupe to the M760i. With the all-new M5 still a year away, this is as hot as the new 5 Series gets right now, and it's already on sale. Base price is $73,095, which makes it a performance bargain in the hot rod luxury sedan class. The Mercedes-AMG E63 and the Audi RS7 are far more powerful and also use all-wheel drive, but both wear six-figure prices. The all-wheel drive Mercedes-AMG E43 costs about the same as the M550i, but its twin-turbocharged V6 is weak by comparison. This is also the only V8-powered 5 Series sedan currently available. Under the hood is basically the same aluminum block V8 that powered the previous generation F10-550i. Like that engine, the M550i has two twin-scroll turbochargers, direct injection, Valvetronic variable intake valve lift, and double the nose variable intake and exhaust timing control. Power, however, has been increased by 11 horses, from 445 horsepower to 456 at 6,000 revolutions per minute. The peak-to-work rating, 480 pounds-to-foot at just 1,800 revolutions per minute, remains the same. That's 121 horsepower more than you get in the six-cylinder powered 540i, yet it's more than 100 ponies shy of the outgoing M5. BMW says it will run from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.9 seconds, which is almost a full second quicker than the company claims for the 540i, in which we clocked 4.7 seconds to 60 miles per hour, and a blink better than Munich's assertion for the departed M5. Our test figure was 3.7 seconds. How'd that happen? Well, traction is up and weight is down. Despite its standard all-wheel drive system, the M550i is said to be, by Munich's reckoning, around 100 pounds lighter than the rear-wheel drive and traction-challenged F10 M5. We'll have to put it on our scales for a more precise comparison, but also figure in that the M-Performance engineers have also equipped the M550i with launch control. The system allows you to rev the engine to 3,000 revolutions per minute when you perform a brake torque, and it unleashes the fury when your left foot sidesteps the brake pedal. 60 miles per hour does come up quickly, but it seems likely that the more powerful M5 would eventually plant its tires and sail past the M550i before the quarter mile is up. At full stomp, the 8-speed clicks off positive and satisfying gear changes every few seconds, and it keeps the engine revs up and angry where you want them. Use the paddle shifters to downshift, and it matches revs with precision. Multiple personalities. In comfort mode, the default setting, the suspension is softer, the engine quieter, the steering lighter. In that mode, the 8-speed delivers creamy shifts and the M550i takes on a relaxed, luxurious vibe, although the engine is no less potent. Basically, it feels like a 7 Series. Like the transmission, the all-wheel drive system has been tuned for this application. BMW would offer no specific torque splits, saying only that the system distributes torque as the situation demands, intelligently and with a rear-wheel bias. And that's exactly what it feels like on the wet secondary roads between Salzburg and Munich. Traction seems endless, even up front. But there are no telltale signs through the steering wheel that this sedan is also driven by its front tires. It feels organic. It feels as if it's rear-wheel drive. It makes you think you're better than you are, and it encourages the use of a little left-foot trail braking. The adaptive M suspension, with a 0.4-inch lower ride height and automatically adjusting anti-roll bars, is also specific to this model. Body roll is minimal, but there's just enough to let you know what's going on at the tires as they load up and the big sedan takes a set. The ride is plush, at least on these polished roads. Even in Sport Plus mode, it's tuned well for daily use. Some may think the steering is unnecessarily heavy in Sport Plus, but the ratio is right, in modern BMW fashion, though there could be more feel. The M Sport brakes, which use blue-painted calipers and feature M badging, are strong and offer enough feel and a firm pedal. Other exterior mods are subtle. There's a small rear spoiler, gloss black trim around the greenhouse, and a titanium finish on the front fender vents, mirrors, and grille surround. The M Sport tailpipes are black chrome. Inside, it's largely standard issue 5 Series, including the 20-way adjustable power multi-center seats. Still, M Performance styles things up a bit, with blue contrast stitching, when optioned with black leather, an M Sport steering wheel, special aluminum trim and pedals, and illuminated dorsals. And, oh yeah, M floor mats. Since 2012, BMW has peddled 70,000 M performance vehicles worldwide, 45% of which were delivered to buyers in the United States. Germany is only the third largest market for these models, trailing Canada. The new M550i isn't likely to be sitting around America's showrooms, either. Despite the relative coldness inherent to modern BMWs, it's a worthy addition to the portfolio. Now, about that M5.